Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today I have a reading for you about somebody that is looking good, feeling good, making progress with regards to the things they want to achieve in their life. So, if you resonate with that energy, you're coming out as the Empress. You're building something, you're creating a new life for yourself. And because there's some sort of focus or like people are drawn to you, we have another person in the Nine of Swords. They're stressing over the fact that you are in such a beautiful energy that you're attracting others. And it's making them question whether or not you have committed to somebody else or if you're seriously interested in somebody else, and maybe motivating them to come back around or confess their feelings if this is a new crush. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go with the Earth and Bone Oracle. What else do we have? Number 37, Shadow. Wholeness, integration, repressed emotions, and mystery. Repressed emotions is what really stands out to me. So I think we have somebody that has been kind of hiding, not wanting to give in to how they feel, not wanting to have that difficult conversation of, hey, guess what? I'm like in love with you. I think you're the best. We have number 33, Beast. Underneath Beast, it says conflict, competition, arguments, aggression, tension, and oppressor. So if that doesn't validate what I just said about the first three cards, we have somebody that is stressing because they haven't made their emotions or their intentions known, and they are well aware that there's competition. They know there's turkey vultures flying above. It's like very primal with the Beast card. So somebody feels, I think, very confident that the connection that the two of you have or would have is worth defending. All right, let's get some tarot for you. This is the Black Tarot. Hi there, Rachel. How are you doing today? Knight of Cups. Ten of Swords. This person who wants to kind of like swoop in because they haven't confessed their emotions feels like there will be people who feel betrayed, or there will be people who are very upset by this love offer if they were to make it. If I actually confess my feelings, I know I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings. Somebody won't take it very well. So there could be like friends that have the same crush. Could be brothers or sisters that have the same crush. It's like, I know that it's not just that I know that there's somebody else who's interested in you. I know the person who's interested in you is kind of the vibe that I feel. Or I run in the same circles. Like, we might not be close friends, but like I know about that person. So I don't watch Perfect Match, like OG version, but I watch Aaron and Joe. If you have never watched an Aaron and Joe video on YouTube and you need a giggle, it's not necessarily going to make you smarter, but I adore those guys. I think they're hilarious. So I watched the Perfect Match episode. I think there's actually been like 2 of them. And there's just this like awkwardness that happens on this show, and I'm sure on plenty of other shows like this, where it's like, I need to like make sure that you're like into me because I don't want to get sent home or I have to have a match. But there's also other people involved and they might have their eyes on you as well. And then you have these real interesting attempts at people communicating in an honest way, but also in a way that covers their ass, right? So I feel like we have somebody that knows in a way like they're being watched or what happens will be talked about, and that there's probably going to be somebody over there not so happy about it, right? Hello there, Tiana. Hello, Diana. Hello, Elmer. How's it going? Hello, Paul. I hope you're all having a great day. So we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So it's like I might have been content sitting over here, eating my ice cream, watching your social media stories, or talking to my friend about how cute you looked that one day, or that really like cool hobby that you're into, whatever, at a distance. But now somebody's like, if I don't do something, if I don't confess my feelings to this person, I'm going to lose out on the love interest, right? Hello there, Sabrina. How are you doing? Likewise. So we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse and the Sun. So basically, I'm in a difficult spot where I have to decide, am I willing to just like let go of how I feel about this person, or do I want to be honest? So we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse, indicating somebody that like rejected or maybe like walked away from, didn't really like pursue it, right? For some of you, this is they've never made it clear to you how they feel. And for others of you, this is like somebody who said how they felt, kind of, and then like walked away, right? Like there's a failure to pursue is the main vibe. Two of Wands, we have somebody making plans. It's this King of Swords, the person who's worried. They're worried that things are going to end unless they change. They have to change some approach here, which obviously, like the first step to getting what you want is like asking for what you want, right? Look, I lived in Minnesota most of my life, right? I'm primarily Scandinavian. And if those two things have helped you figure out anything about me, it should be that I grew up feeling like it was kind of rude to say yes if somebody, like if I was visiting their home, if they offered me a beverage, I would say no the first time. And if they offered it again, even if I was really thirsty, then I would take it, right? Like I had to unlearn some of these habits that society or like being in school or maybe even sometimes my parents taught me, and learn to be a little bit more bold. Now, I'm sure there are times where people are like, man, that Carmen, she really just like gets after it, huh? Maybe, but like I'm not going to snooze on the shit that I want. I'm probably gonna look like a dumbass a couple of times. I'm probably gonna look like I don't know what I'm talking about, or I'm like aiming too high, but I would much, much rather that than somebody who's like, yeah, no, like she had this great opportunity and she just like let it like pass her by. Weird, right? Or yeah, no, she's got all of this like skill or like this passion for this thing, but she like doesn't have the ability to actually like go after it. Look at my channel. I love this. I do it every day. I think we have somebody that's realizing if you actually do want something, there's going to have to be a point at which you mobilize, get your ish together, go for it, get it, right? So this is somebody asking themselves, Logically, if this is upsetting me, to consider how I would feel if I lost this person, then maybe I need to actually like speak up and tell them how much I feel. I'm really sorry if you hear me my stomach growling because per usual I'm hungry and I decided to come on live. Yeah, you know, the societal norms that just tell us like we shouldn't go for what we want. Yeah. I mean, we have to have a balance, right? Don't be a complete hedonist. You've got to be able to consider what your morals suggest in terms of the pursuit of what you want, right? But you don't have to be just like a thirsty MFer trying to be polite and declining the water that you actually really need because you were outside playing in the sun and it's 90 degrees, you know? Like, there's a place where you have to be like, this is actually what I need. This is what I want. So, yeah, give me that ice water, please. So we have the Empress again. This is under the Eight of Cups in the reverse, which talks about somebody kind of, for me, it's like a looking over the shoulder or like a double back, like, hold on. This is a weird analogy, but what I got is, I don't know how many times you've been in a restaurant, kind of like wondering like how much longer is it going to be until I get my food? And then you're like, I gotta pee. And so like you get up, but then you see the server walking over with absolutely has to be your food. Like you recognize the orders. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna go sit down. I'm gonna eat my food because it's like hot. I want to eat like first couple bites and then I can go to the bathroom. Or like you're in a movie theater and you're unfortunately still human. So you're like, "Shit, now I have to pee. This is a really good moment. Everything's getting loud. People are like on the edge of their seats, but like I gotta pee. Is now the right time? Am I gonna miss like the best part of the movie?" So somebody's like, hey, this is actually kind of a big deal. You don't find an empress every day, every month, maybe even every year, right? Let's not get too hung up on the genders, by the way. We have had the empress come out twice, but let's keep in mind that we all have masculine and feminine within us. I'm sorry if you hear me say this like every time, but I think it's really important to keep in mind that sometimes we get too focused on the gender we identify with the most that we forget we also have that other side. I don't know. I would think that most people could tell that I have a fairly decent grasp on the concept for myself because I think I do have that like go get 'em kind of attitude. But we have somebody here that appreciates this empress's ability to build things on their own, to come up with new approaches, to think differently. So if you've had intellectual conversations with this King of Swords, they have appreciated your perspective. It's like you have this fresh outlook, or you do things in a way that other people don't, right? Like you move in different ways. It's like they want to watch you and see how else you handle things. Eight of Swords, the Hanged Man, but they feel trapped. So look, Eight of Swords, especially this Eight of Swords, can talk about somebody that views a restriction as limiting when it really isn't a restriction at all. So notice we've got all eight swords, not even touching this person, not even behind them. They're lined up to the side of this person. And normally we have an eight of swords with a blindfold over the person, but there's no blindfold. This is somebody who's hiding, building up some sort of problem or limitation that they really do have the ability to handle. Now, you can get a little frustrated with me and say, no, it's actually a big problem. But what I'm telling you is that you're powerful enough to change this. So if you resonate with the King of Swords, what you think is holding you back is not holding you back. You're free. Go get what you want. Hello there, Hunter. Hello, lover boy. How we doing? I love that name. It's so cute. Hello there, Joanna. How we doing? Hello, Grant. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Shadow. Oh, it's Matt. Hi, Matt. Nice to meet you. I'm Carmen. Um, yes, it's always good to see you, Joanna. So, look, you admire, if you resonate with this King of Swords, you admire the Empress energy because they take a different approach to things, because they see opportunities that other people miss, right? Um, Kind of a weird side story, but I'm going to tell it anyways. I'm a little bit weird in terms of how I like to spend my free time. Like, I love looking at old things. I like going to museums. I mean, I'm sure there are other people that are like that. I like going out looking for rocks, hiking. I'm not really like, if I were to go on a date, I'm not like, let's go see a movie, because that's like, let's go live in someone else's world. And then I also can't talk to you. And then, like, I don't know. Not my vibe, right? I'm not really big on like watching a lot of TV unless it's Aaron and Joe. That's not really TV, but you know what I mean. Sometimes the most memorable things that you experience is when you're just doing the weird things that you want to do and someone else enjoys doing that. So I feel like the advice for this King of Swords is you already appreciate somebody for their ability to like be a cat and like fit into any spot or like crawl through any like fence, like, you got this. There's already somebody inspiring you. The Hanged Man, this is somebody who has to see things in a different position because they're literally hanging upside down. So, you're just missing something, okay? All right, let's get a few from the situations deck. Aw. That's really nice confirmation, because with the Sun card being clarified by the Hanged Man, it's really interesting because the Hanged Man doesn't always have this kind of gloomy vibe. There is usually like a halo behind the dude who's hanging, right? Because like he sees things differently. It's about enlightenment. For this to come out underneath the sun, I really should have mentioned, this is seeing things differently, right? So I think somebody is, call me crazy, I think somebody is starting to believe that love could actually have a good ending. It doesn't always have to end with somebody being mad or somebody being heartbroken. I think we have like this is actually maybe my person, right? Thank you, Miss Joanna. Hello, Renata. How are you doing? Metal Maiden, you're too cute. Hello, Peggy. How are we doing? Who would not admire your ability to be a cat, Grant? I feel like that's a great ability. Hello, MP. How are you doing? Hello, Erica. How's it going? So we have this King of Swords individual realizing that these emotions are not going to go anywhere, that they do really see a potential to be quite happy with this Empress. And it might require some changes. It might require a bit of a compromise. It could be, I wasn't ready to be a dad and you have kids, or I wasn't ready to live in the country, but that's where you live. And I know you really love where you just bought a house, whatever it is. It's like, I know that I'm going to have a little bit of a change in terms of what my life looks like, but it's worth it because I see things differently now. I see that, you're creating a life. This person, I mean, we could have somebody who's actually pregnant, right? The Empress can talk about that. And this image literally does have like a baby in there. This person could want to start a family with you, or they're thinking, if they were opposed to being like a step parent before, why was I afraid of that? We have focused, Come on. You can do it. This one came out yesterday. So definitely got somebody that's focused on like your social media, or maybe they see you at the gym, at a coffee shop, at the library. But just watching you is like not enough anymore. It's just like a tease. When they see you, they think about the things that they want to actually be able to say. And it's, I think, kind of like getting to that point where they might actually see you flirting with somebody else. They might see somebody else ask you out on a date. They might see someone on your social media. But they're like, no, I haven't said anything. You know, like, it's not my parking spot if I haven't parked in it. Have you ever had somebody like try to save a parking spot for their friend, like just like standing in it? Like, I was in LA, can't remember. I think we were going to a show, and needed to find a parking spot. And this person's just like standing in a parking spot. I wasn't driving, actually, now that I think about it. But all three of us, we were just like, what are you? No, you are not a car. That's not your spot. We are a car. So we are going to car right into there. You know, like, move. I don't know. Maybe you disagree with me on that, but that's my personal opinion. Hello there, Max. How are you doing? Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for saying that. Hello there, Drew. A mystical movie. I like that. Hello, Catherine. How are you doing? All right, one more. Legal in the reverse. Okay. This might creep some of you out. I hope it doesn't, but I do feel like there's not necessarily been enough time for this Empress to feel like they would move forward marrying or moving in with this King of Swords. But this King of Swords knows, I want to live with, I want to marry, and potentially like have a family with, I want to build with this Empress. So I feel like there's a little bit of like, how much do I say? Like, how much is too much? I don't want to like make this person nervous, but like, I know you're the one. I know what I want. And there's this like potential for them to overshare or like scare you away, but they also want to make it real clear. This isn't just like, I think you look good in jeans, you know? This is, I think you would look good next to me in a family portrait. True. I like it. All right, let's get some more tarot. This is the tattoo tarot. Raise your hand if you need another tattoo in your life. Maybe like 5. I think it's been like 2 years since I got a tattoo. It's way too long. 3 of Cups in the reverse. Knight of Swords in the reverse. I mean, I can't help it. I'm seeing like flashes of Jerry Springer shows where people are like, that's my man. Like, this is somebody like standing up like they're about to fight. Like, no. Halt. Hold the door. We've got somebody that's concerned about a third party. Like, somebody else is showing interest. Somebody else has a crush. Somebody else might want to ask this Empress on a date. And this King of Swords is like, no. I will fight. Hold on, let me grab my fighting shoes. These Crocs just won't do. I'm sorry. I will always love you and support you, but if you wear Crocs, I'm gonna make fun of you, and I hope you can appreciate that about me. Um, we have the Ace of Cups. It's like super sweet. It's a little syrupy, if I'm honest. The energy that's coming through is like, so this is clarifying the death card, right? We have somebody that is changing, transforming, becoming a better version of themselves, becoming a more authentic version of themselves because of the love they feel for somebody. Now, I'm going to also just mention this Ace of Cups doesn't always have to be outward love, right? This could also be somebody that appreciates that they deserve love. That's not always an easy thing for people to understand. And I feel like it's something that should be talked about a little bit more often on tarot readings. This can be, you know what? I'm denying myself something that would make me happy. I still love you anyways, Miss Joanna. um, it starts with loving yourself. And it's maybe like the biggest love cliche, but you cannot love another person if you do not love yourself. And the reason that's true is because it leads to codependent toxic love. The idea of staying with somebody because you need to be validated by them instead of because you make them happy and they make you happy. You make them a better person and they make you a better person. If you're just there because you're a magnet and you need to be stuck to something, you just need a refrigerator to stick to, that's not love. That's just codependency. So we, I think, have somebody that has realized I have to love myself. I have to feel worthy of this connection. I have to like feel good about pursuing what it is that I want, even though there's this risk that I might not get it, even though there's somebody else that might want to ruin this, right? Even though there's somebody that might try to ruin the actual like confession. There could be somebody that wants to just make it seem like you're after the wrong thing. I'm telling you, there's like a community here and there's some jealousy. So we have strength in the reverse, clarifying the Eight of Swords. That makes a lot of sense because we were talking about limitations that don't really exist, right? That's perfect, Sabrina. I love it. Oh, I got more than I asked for, but that's okay. So strength in the reverse, clarifying your Eight of Swords is like, look, sometimes we doubt ourselves. Sometimes we get a little social anxiety. Sometimes we maybe compare ourselves to others where we really shouldn't. We can be our own worst critic, right? But you, my friend, King of Swords, whoever you are, you need to look yourself in the mirror and give yourself credit for all of the things you've been through, all of the things that tried to take you out that you survived through, and you're still standing. Not only that, you're still changing. You're still challenging yourself to be a better person the next day. You're still you're chilling. Maybe not, because you've been working hard. I get with this Eight of Pentacles that you have been like heads down, like this is what I need to do. This is what I need to build for myself. This is what I need to do for myself. So you could have been working on healing. You could have been working on finances, probably both. So high five. Maybe what you really want is a big ol' hug. I would give you one if I could, but we've got like a reason to be confident. So let that Eight of Swords fall away. Let that Ace of Cups in the reverse fall away. You don't need to deny your self-love. You don't need to deny how awesome you are. You don't need to build this wall and keep people out because you are actually awesome and you deserve love. I do think also this Empress makes you nervous. I think that's part of why we have this strength in the reverse. Like you might be normally quite capable of communicating or being confident. Some people might get really nervous around you, actually, King of Swords, because I think people do respect you. But when you get around this Empress, you're just kind of like, Yeah. And I think that'll change, or it's already starting to change because we have this confidence, right? Nine of Cups, Seven of Wands in the reverse. Have you ever seen somebody leave something valuable, like in a bar or a restaurant, just like completely unattended? Maybe it's because like I lived in Minneapolis, like where robberies and stuff happen, but like, and now I'm like in a small town, right? So it happens all the time. People like leave their like cell phone keys and like a laptop at like a bar top and then go to the bathroom and then come back and be like completely like unsurprised that none of it has been stolen. And I'm just like, I'll bring that into the bathroom with me. What are you doing? I mean, that's why I have a bag, but like, or like leaving their car unlocked. I remember going to college and I went to college in a small town after growing up in Minneapolis, right? And people laughed at me because I was in a town of like, I don't know, 1,200. And I would lock my car and they'd be like, if somebody stole my car, like I would see it the next day at the grocery store. I would know exactly who took it. Like I don't worry about it. Whoever you are, King of Swords, the thing you want the most, or the thing that you feel is perfect for you, this Empress that you feel would make you happy or does make you happy, you left unattended. You went to the bathroom. I don't know, maybe you're puking back there. Maybe you ate Taco Bell. Hurry up. You left that shit unattended at a bar. And you know what happens in a bar, right? People swing through with intentions. So we've got the Chariot and the Hermit in the reverse. It's like sirens are blazing. This person's like, oh, what did I left all my shit at my table. Why did I do that? So we've got somebody rushing through, freaking out. Ah, that was not the right move. Why did I leave someone so important to me just out in the open? They see now that holding back their emotions was maybe just kind of like the easy way out. That maybe it's time to let go of their solitary preferences. Like if they've just been chilling by themselves, kind of like isolating, blocking things out, and maybe this was for healing, right? They are coming to realize I cannot keep staying in this little bubble and expect everything to be as it was when I left, right? Things are going to change. Like when I came back to the cities after, graduating college, or shit, even after like I've moved down here, I went back. It's just like, how dare you change? What do you mean you built a new building? What is that? Where did my favorite restaurant go? Um, it's like this person was kind of expecting things to be static, not going anywhere. But now they're realizing if they want to make an offer, they have to deal with this no contact situation or this not really being honest about how they feel. In this case, the Five of Pentacles is less so about a no contact. You could be no contact. But for me, it's more so about somebody feeling like they didn't get what they gave. If I was a good friend to you or if I was polite to you, it might have just been a brief like encounter in an elevator and you were like friendly and nice. And this person was just like, I don't know what to say to you. Or that like cheesy cliche, but super adorable Love Actually situation. I don't really like it because dude's like trying to like hit on or like express his emotions for someone who's like newly married. Let's not do that, okay, you guys? Let's let relationships live and die as they're supposed to, right? But the idea that you have this hidden emotion, you can't really express anything. And the person that you're not expressing emotions to gets the wrong idea. Like, oh, you like hate me. What did I do to you? This King of Swords is realizing I have to like straighten things out. I have to come clean about why things feel weird or why I acted that particular way. All right, let's get a few cards from, let's go with the Kipper. I want to know why this is weird. Why is there like hesitation in terms of like this Eight of Swords? Why do they feel like people would not like the two of you together? We have number 37, poverty. Main male in the reverse, which is number 1. And number 32, despair. I feel like they know somebody who's literally right now heartbroken over this Empress. I don't think they're good friends. I think they know each other. They may run in the same circle. They may work together. But there's a sense here, like if I pursue the person that I really want, someone will hear about it and they'll be mad at me about it. Even though like there's not like, I don't feel like this is like a best friend situation. I don't feel like it's highly inappropriate. I think we have somebody that's just like overly concerned about what people would say because there is somebody who is currently heartbroken. So yeah, marriage in the reverse. This Empress rejected somebody or broke up with somebody or cut somebody out. And this King of Swords knows them. So we have marriage in the reverse, child in the reverse. That's number 3 and number 18. And wealthy man, number 13. Side note, we have some sort of wishing that they had reached out over something. Like if you had a loss, maybe a pet passed away, a family member passed away. There's something here that this person felt like they should have consoled you or comforted you on, and they feel bad about that. It could be this breakup. It doesn't have to be. I don't feel like that's like the main message though. So we've got somebody that feels like they'll get blamed for ending this relationship, or this person who's heartbroken over the Empress is going to really latch on to this King of Swords. It's interesting because we have poverty on one side and then wealthy man. And I feel like this is the King of Swords. If the King of Swords is not wealthy now, they are destined to be wealthy, or they do have the ability to make a lot of money. So it's like almost like insult to injury. So if we have somebody that already feels like they are at an advantage in terms of their standing in society, or how people view them, their reputation, versus this person that has had their heart broken by this Empress, it's like, I don't know if I want to deal with that difficulty. I don't know if I want to be framed as like the bad guy, right? All right, let's go with this is the Nightmare Before Christmas. Hello there, Jay. How are you doing? I love that you guys are chatting so much. This makes me really happy. Hello there, Kate. How are you? Hello, Miss Ruby. How are you? Oh, me too. I'm like super Pisces. Explains a lot. Always in my own world, you know? Hello there, Nancy. How are you doing? We've got the 4 of Candles, which is the 4 of Wands. And the King of Potions, which is the King of Cups. Why is that so cute? It's like grotesque cute, right? This dude. Okay, so this is like really kind of adorable. This person wants, this King of Swords wants to find a way to be less the swords type, right? Swords would be like intelligence, honesty, truth. I'm not saying they're not going to be truthful. I'm saying they're trying to pull away from this like logical, practical side of the brain where maybe it's hard for them to communicate in a way that is romantic or expressive and lean into the King of Cups side of themselves with the King of Potions. So, this, to be honest, we could have somebody that has to take a little bit of a shot of something to get the balls to say what they think. um, I can't help it, you guys. Every now and then that chick who is like, I didn't know that was I can't help it. It just like pops into my mind. So I feel like we might have somebody that has to like get a little bit of liquid courage. You know, do what you have to do, I guess. Let me just like hold this card off the table. Yeah, they're not necessarily fully comfortable being the like romantic expressive type. Sorry, I'm like totally caught up in my necklace right now. Okay, we fixed it. But I love this like silly smile. I know for some it probably does definitely indicate a little bit of like I'm a little tipsy, but I'm also hearing Beyonce's Drunken Love. I feel like for many of you, it's more so that like they get a little giddy around this Empress. And the Four of Wands, this talks about leveling up, right? And we have the Nine of Presents, which is the Nine of Pentacles. And Strength and the Reverse. This is just another iteration of I see you looking good. I see other people being interested in you. I see people complimenting you, or you're looking good. Okay. You're doing well. This person feels like it's a risk. Strength in the reverse. If I keep letting you just like chill at the bar unattended, it's going to be a problem. I don't know what's with all the drinking, you guys. Like, it's just what I'm seeing. All right, we have the Moon. And the Chariot in the reverse. I don't usually look at the bottom. Okay. Ace of Candles of the deck, but I had to confirm. See how we have a moon at the top and a moon at the bottom because of how these cards came out? It's like somebody is doing the old magician trick of look over here. That's where you should be looking. That's where the interesting thing is. And then I'm over here doing something, right? I think this person has made plans and they're making it seem like they haven't. They're not willing to let other people know what's going on. They don't want anybody who knows this other person that could be heartbroken over you. They don't want that person to find out too soon, right? So this is getting a little complicated because what I sense is we have a new crush, somebody who's interested in building something. We have somebody who didn't express their emotions and wants to come forward. And we have somebody that is already rejected by you or feels like there's no hope with you that this person is aware of. Are we tracking, Empress? All right. I think I called that. Did I call that? I'm pretty sure I called that. This is why you're here, right? I'm going to make a move, but I don't want anyone to know that I'm making that move. They're taking action. They don't want anyone to know. There's nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Keep it moving. Nine of Wands. Wounded warrior. I've been through a lot. I've gone through a lot of like questioning what I want and who I am. But now that I know, I'm going to go for it. Wheel of Fortune. Two of Candles in reverse. So this King of Swords is going to take the Empress by surprise. The Empress is not expecting the King of Swords to approach in this manner, or it's like, I recognize you, but you're like different. I remember seeing a friend at like a community event. This is a community I had to walk away from. I miss a lot of people from it, but I don't miss everyone from it. And this friend of mine hadn't seen me in several months. And in that time frame, I had broken up with somebody. Probably like lost a little weight. I don't know. I was just like feeling more myself, right? My voice was probably more like it is today than it was where I was just kind of like not really confident or like kind of like stressed. So this friend was like, you look different. Like something's different about you. Like you're happier. And I said, yeah, I am happier. I like feel like more like myself because I don't have to like tame myself down for someone else, right? There's a confidence that comes through for this King of Swords that really does indicate self-love, respect of oneself. If you want to improve your confidence, improve what you respect about yourself. Work on what about yourself is admirable. Do you have morals that guide your behavior? Do you have hobbies or projects or skills that you hone and are dedicated to? Do you contribute to the happiness of others? Are you charitable in some way? You don't have to like literally start a charitable foundation. You know, we're not all billionaires, but you can give back somehow. There's something you can do for others. It's like this person, the wheels are moving really quickly for them in terms of what they want to do, how they want to actually approach life in general, not just this love situation, right? So, King of Swords, again, high five. This Two of Candles in the reverse, though, I have to tell you, I feel like you're right that there is potentially somebody else that's going to be making a love offer. So it's like you don't feel like you can plan as much as you want, right? Like, how can I explain this? Okay, if I'm going on a trip that requires an airplane and I don't get to choose the seat that I sit in, I'm a window seat. Okay, like you can like whatever you want. I mean, I'll make fun of you if you like the middle seat. That's just weird. Like, what are you trying to do? Read as many people's text messages as possible? Like, I don't get you. Do you like body odor? I don't know. If I don't get to like have self control over sitting in the window, I might feel a little too uncomfortable, right? Like, there's certain things that you want to control when you're taking risks or taking trips or getting out of your routine, right? This person might be struggling a little bit with there being unknowns. I can't plan for that because I don't know what's going on. You might just have to accept that. I mean, do your best, but sometimes you just have to take a gamble. No, come back. I keep dropping all these cards, you guys. All right. We have the World and the Eight of Potions, the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Again, where else did we have that? Nope, that's the Ace of Cups. That it's right next to it. So, to be honest, this kind of feels like we have two offers made at very similar times. It's like this King of Swords feels, I have to get my love offer in first. Like, timing is critical in their opinion. And I think is also why they're not telling anyone, or they're being very quiet about their plans. All right. I'm going to get a few from the Zodiac fortune telling cards, and then we'll call it a day. Max, that's a pretty deep question. And I would say there's a lot of information out there that suggests things about twin flames that I think are exaggerated or not quite true. But I think the general premise of loving someone that you meet and then you have to like grow separately, I think that's very much so a thing. And I would say I have that. But I think it's also really easy for people to attribute a title or a name, a soulmate or whatever, because it's comforting in some way. But we have to be careful because we can find ourselves in the Eight of Swords if we too quickly attribute those kinds of titles, or if we too quickly like sign over everything. So the most important thing I would say about a connection that feels like a twin flame is no one that loves you would ask you to lose yourself in the process of loving them. If that is something that you can say about your connection, it's toxic. If, on the other hand, you have somebody that wants you to be your best self, even if it means they lose you, that to me is like maybe the biggest sign of emotional maturity. I want you to be happy, even if you're happy with somebody else. That's love. That I think is more what we should picture twin flame as than the I'm going to choose you even if you're toxic crowd that I feel is pretty prevalent these days. Hello there, Tisha. How are you doing? Max, I hope it goes well for you. Separation can be critical. In fact, there have been times where I've like thrown a little bit of a tantrum, right? Maybe just like by myself. Just like, why? Why can't, like, it's just communication. But the truth of the matter is friendships, love connections, and even sometimes like familial connections can be crutches where really what you need is just to walk on it. Like I was playing beer pong really well, and I did a celebration dance in 4-inch heels, and I broke my ankle and my toe. And I remember being freaking terrified to walk on that shit because right as it was healing, I also, like the first time I went out to Walgreens, it was like snowy and icy in Minnesota. And I ended up slipping and falling in the Walgreens and it broke the bone worse. So I was like really paranoid about walking on that bitch. And I just had to get over it, right? Sometimes you have to be willing to like cast aside those crutches, those things that like make you feel better, or like you don't have to have it all like handled, and just accept that actually you're a badass. You're going to figure things out on your own. And when you feel ready, you can then, you know, frolic in the meadows with the person that makes you feel incredible, invincible, you know? All right. I'll get off my little soapbox now. Hi there, Miriam. How are you doing? Okay, so I pulled a great future, a great future for you. Don't be disappointed. So keep on trucking. You got something really beautiful coming your way. You're doing things the right way, okay? I think it's great that this has the number 13 on it. It's right next to the death card, which is usually number 13. Right? I'm pretty sure that's right. Oh, you don't even fucking tell me. How could you leave me hanging like that? That's rude. Really? Anyways, I think it's normally 13. So maybe lucky number 13. If you know me, you know I love that number. You are one who stands by a person who needs you. I think this is both the King of Swords and the Empress. I think that's something they see in each other. It's a really beautiful thing when you encounter a human that genuinely wants to help others and genuinely is interested in being a positive impact on the world. I think we have a lot of them in our live chat right now. All right, one more. You are going on a long, safe journey. Do you have a good suitcase? Do you have a good swimsuit? You got the right shoes? Do you need a passport? You going on a trip, baby? Get ready. All right. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for the fire live chat today. That was pretty freaking awesome. Did I say hi to everyone? Hello, Gayantri? Did I say that right? Oh, you play the piano? I do too. I love it. I love it. All right. I'm going to leave you all there. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I hope you know that I'm sending you a big hug. I know a lot of you have been through a lot. Keep moving. You got it. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. You guys are making me super happy. Hello there, Rhonda. Hello there, Chantel. And I will see you on the next reading. Bye, guys.